Yo, what's good guys, it's Jydell, and thank you so much for 1 million subscribers! Today I want to take time to kind of look back at the journey we took to get to this point. You know, it's been a long time, but it's also been a really fast time. Time really flies doing this job, which I can't thank you guys enough for. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you all. I can't thank you guys enough, I really can't. I hope I can get back to you guys in some way, shape, or form sometime soon. Just trying to think of the best way to do it. In the meantime, you know what? Here are some PSN and Xbox codes. Okay, alright, let's get to the history of my channel. Jydell joined YouTube June 18th, 2014. So this actually is not my first YouTube channel. I've been going by the name Jydell on like social media since I got an Instagram back in like 2010, 2011. I don't remember when I got it, my senior year of high school. The first few videos I made on this channel were actually NBA 2K My Team videos I did on NBA 2K14. All of those videos were deleted. They weren't very good. But at the time, it was the summer after my freshman year in college. You know, I saw Jesse doing the My Team videos. I started kind of getting into KSI's FIFA series, and I really liked the concept of like team building and building a narrative, because ultimately, like, I love pro sports. I love kind of the stories that teams take and fall, like the Miami Heat. Like, that was my favorite team at the time. You know, I loved like kind of the disappointment of losing to the Mavs and the high highs of, you know, winning 2 championships. So I really love the narrative of like pro sports. So for me, that was really appealing to make a My Team series. So I did that. I think I was getting like maybe 80 views a video, maybe a couple hundred views on some of those videos. And at the time, I was actually a camp instructor at ID Tech Camp, which is like a technology camp. I don't know. I was teaching kids Scratch, which is a beginner's programming language, and also Minecraft modding. Yes, I taught basically 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds how to modify Minecraft, how to make custom textures, how to build adventure world levels. That was my job. And the oldest video on my channel is this one. It's called The Night Before LeBron Chose to Go to Cleveland or something like that. I made that summer as well. That's the only video from that time that is still on the channel. Everything else I thought was really bad, and I deleted it. I tried to be really artsy with the stuff. It just wasn't good. I wish I had footage to show you guys. Moving forward on the timeline to April 2015. The next video on my channel is Every 6, and Drake's, if you're reading this, it's too late. Basically, it's just every time Drake said the word 6 in that album, and it's really funny. So at the time, I was a sophomore in college at Rutgers University. I was living back in New Jersey. I was doing an internship for the hip hop radio station at Rutgers, and I was like their YouTube intern. So basically, like every day at like 10 p.m., I would like film like news videos, almost like Complex does, like their little 2-minute, 3-minute news videos. Film those with another student, go home to my apartment, edit until like 3 in the morning, edit what I filmed, and then submit it to get posted the next day. And one day I was like, I saw some album, like a video similar to that one, and I told my boss like, hey, why don't we do this video Every 6, and if you're reading this, is too late, because that's when Drake became like 6 associated with him. It was a big thing. So she was like, that's a great idea, let's do it. So I made it that night. Ended up being only a 25 second video, and I was like, I feel like this would be a weird thing to post on our channel. I didn't know a lot about YouTube analytics at the time, but I did know watch time was important. Like, you want longer videos to, you know, help your channel's analytics. So I was like, I'm just gonna post this on my own channel. Instantly, like 40,000 views. Like, that was my first like big video ever, and I was like, whoa, like, okay, like I hope my boss doesn't see this. I think Complex posted an article about it. Thankfully, my boss never saw that, never saw my video, never got brought up. And that's why the next few videos on my channel, if you watch, are like Every Wolf from Tyler Creator's Wolf, Every Sinatra from Logic's Sinatra album. It's videos like that. That's what I did. The subsequent videos after the Drake one really didn't get that many views, and honestly, it was kind of a pain to make those videos, just like listening to music, pausing, cutting, like doing all this stuff. Wasn't really a big fan of it, so I stopped doing that. So that summer, going into my junior year, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to make some videos. So then that summer, I made a lot of random videos, including this video that is kind of infamous, where I compare myself to Brock Lesnar.
You playing with Brock Lesnar?
And that video was inspired by everyone calling me Brock Lesnar when I was in Jesse's videos, and I was like, hey, this is kind of funny, like I'm a part of Jesse's videos, I'm like a character in the videos, so why don't I do a video on it, maybe see what happens. That video actually did surprisingly well, even though I had like nothing going for the channel at the time, just those videos that were a completely different side of YouTube, unrelated. And then that summer I just did random games. I did games that made me happy to record, like Halo 1, they brought it to that new Xbox. I made some Halo 1 videos with Jesse, I made some 2K videos, I just made a bunch of random videos, and I had a lot of fun with it. Junior year was a different story. Now, what I didn't mention was that past summer I actually took summer classes, and I was living in my fraternity house. I was in a fraternity, and my room was on the 2nd floor. Our main hangout room was the living room right next to my room. and there wasn't actually a wall separating them. There was 2 double doors that we just kept closed at all times. And so my friend Jared and I brought like a soundproof blanket and we just draped it over the door. It didn't work. It just didn't work. And every time I would try to record a video, I'm not kidding, my friend Mike would literally go, "James, shut up." So Mike, I know you're watching. I still remember that. I remember distinctly, I was like really quiet, then I got excited about like Harden going up for a layup in 2K, and I just heard that and I was like, bro, I can't record here. That fall semester, my friend Tom, shout out to Tom, he was renting a house in another part of off campus, and they had an attic that no one was using, and this attic was actually not locked, so literally anyone who could find their way into this like duplex could just go up to the attic and just steal my Xbox, steal my TV. I had the worst setup ever in there, worst lighting, worst sound, worst haircut. Play the clip.
What's up, guys? It's Juju Idell. Alright, what's up, guys? It's Juju Idell. What up, guys? It's Juju Idell. I'm finally back with some more Road to the Playoffs.
And so I was recording videos there, but I like knew like the quality was trash. The videos weren't that good. I just was really kind of getting passionate about making my YouTube channel. I was having so much fun like making videos, editing videos. I just wanted to keep making videos, but I just felt like I couldn't. I actually did record one video in my room. I did a pack opening, but you can see my energy is kind of weird because I just didn't want anyone to like hear me.
What up, guys? It's Juju Idell, and I'm back for another pack opening.
You're in a frat, like guys maybe drinking, having girls over, and I'm just in my room like, LeBron James, I pulled a gold LeBron James. It's just not the vibes of that kind of environment, I'm not gonna lie. Fast forward, I get to 10,000 subs, miraculously. I don't know how, I don't know if there's a lot of videos I deleted at the time, I don't remember. I'm the type of dude who doesn't private my stuff, I just delete it because I'm like that. I wish I wasn't like that so I could go back, but it's how I am. Anyway, I hit 10,000 subscribers. And the day I hit 10,000 subscribers was the day I was coming back from a brotherhood retreat. Basically what that is, if you're in a fraternity, you probably know. Sometimes you go on a brotherhood retreat. For my fraternity, all of us went to one of our brothers' houses. We had like a big bonding session. That day, on the drive home, I hit 10,000 subs. Came back to the house, and I found my monitors with cables just dangling from them. My laptop was stolen. My brand new laptop was stolen because that one was old. I actually just ordered a new one. That one got stolen. My camera was stolen. So I lost my camera, my laptop, and my new laptop that I hadn't switched all my files over to yet. Thus begins the saddest 10,000 subscriber special of all time. Play the clip.
Hey guys, it's Juju Idell, and I just want to thank all of you for letting me reach 10,000 subscribers. But the main reason I'm making this video is to let you know that my house was robbed this last weekend.
So yeah, I didn't have my camera, I didn't have a laptop, I didn't have another laptop, so for the rest of that semester, until I was able to cobble together a new laptop, I just worked in the computer lab, and I stopped uploading on my YouTube channel. It was kind of a dark time for the Jidel channel. So I was in a funky situation. Rutgers, thankfully, has very long breaks. Like winter break at Rutgers is like legit a whole month. Like it's literally like a 30-day break. So I spent that break recording non-stop. Because I was like, all right, I want to keep doing YouTube, but I can't record while I'm at Rutgers because I'm either gonna have terrible recording quality or people are gonna berate me for recording in this house. So my options were literally like either quit or record all my videos for the next 5 months while I'm at school back home. So while I was home that winter, I recorded like 30 videos and just saved all the files on my laptop. And then over the course of my spring semester of college, I started editing the videos. And that's how all of my videos were made for about 5 months. I don't think I've ever said this publicly, maybe once or twice. People didn't know that. Because people always ask me like, Jida, why are your pack openings so out of date? Because, you know, my team, you guys know, especially for those of you who come from 2K, is an evolving game mode where like they drop new cards, and they weren't doing it as much back then, but like they drop new cards. And when you make my team content, you gotta stay up to date.
I was not up to date.
All of my content from like December through like May was all recorded in December. Even my real life videos, I just had like, the order of recorded was the order of release. And that's just what I did that whole spring semester. And by the time that semester ended, I was at about 12,000 subscribers. So I really didn't gain that many subs during this time. Maybe I was at like 15 subs, 15K, maybe 18K. I don't know the number off the top of my head exactly. It's kind of a blur now. It's been a long time. But that's where I was heading into summer 2016. Summer 2016 comes, I'm back home in California. I'm in Los Angeles with my family, with Jesse, with my dad. And at the time I was actually interning for the NFL. I did a summer internship for them where I helped manage their YouTube channels. I helped run the NFL channel, the NFL Network channel, and the NFL Films channel. I still have a lot of files from that day. I don't remember what was in my internship contract, so I don't know how much I can show you guys. Maybe I will ask my old boss how much I'm allowed to talk about it. But here's a picture of the Rams tweeting about us NFL interns. You can see me sticking out like a sore thumb on the left.
I was pretty thick back in college.
But early in that summer, you know, my channel was kind of dead. I was uploading videos on like Fallout and other games that I just really enjoyed playing because I was kind of disillusioned by NBA 2K16 by this point. I wasn't having fun with the My Team gameplay. I wasn't really keeping up with it enough to be a My Team YouTuber, so my team wasn't good. I wasn't playing good. So my channel just wasn't doing good. And it was kind of in a bad place for about, you know, that May. And then around like mid-June there when I was working at the NFL, you know, seeing their analytics, guys, the analytics page for the NFL channel is bonkers. I'm just gonna say that. I used to look at that thing every day and just be like, oh my God. But it kind of motivated me to try to get back on 2K. So I got back on 2K, and that was one of my favorite points of being a 2K YouTuber was 2K16. I think a lot of you would agree NBA 2K16 was probably like one of the best 2Ks of the last decade. I really liked it. I still remember pulling Diamond Curry, Diamond Westbrook, being trashed with both of them. They were my first diamond pulls. I'd done a ton of pack openings before them, had never pulled a card over like a 95 overall. Had a lot of fun that summer doing 2K. And that summer, my channel grew from like 12K, 15K to like 60K. And what really drove it was the 2K videos, but also doing throwback 2K videos. So when I did videos in like older 2K games, like I would do like a 2K10 video, a 2K11 video. 2K11 is actually what got me into 2K. And I would do videos in like NBA Street or whatever those games were called. And those videos are really what kind of propelled my channel at the time. And that's how I got to 60,000 subscribers after only 2 years of being a YouTuber. Obviously, goes without saying, my brother shouting me out through on the way. Doing collaborations with Jester is a huge reason my channel grew. But despite that, I was pretty proud of getting to 60K at the time. And then ended the summer and I went back to the East Coast where I had a studio apartment to begin my senior year of college. I actually graduated early. I graduated 1 semester early. But to do that, I had to take 21 credits my senior year, which is 7 classes.
What?
But your boy is smart. 7 classes.
You should be suspended immediately.
My senior year, I wanted to enjoy it, basically treat it like a leap year. So even though I was taking 21 credits, I made sure to get everything else out of the way. Major, minor, everything was out of the way. And I just had to do like general classes to fill my graduation requirements. So even though I was taking a lot of classes and it was a lot of work, I was doing a lot of easy classes, okay? I took Ab Psych, you know, to be in the same class as my friends. Took like 2 film classes. Rutgers lets you take cinematography and then cinematography online. So I'd already taken cinematography, and then I just took the online version. Still counts. Rutgers, you don't know what you're doing. You're just letting people like me get away. I usually don't talk about stuff like this on my channel, but you know, I want to be open with you guys. I was a senior in college. I was in a fraternity. I had a lot of money from doing both the internship and my channel growing. It wasn't something crazy. I wasn't, you know, balling without a budget, but you know, I went to a lot of bars that semester, you know, just kind of had as much fun as I could. I really kind of went wild that last semester of college. So my channel, I was posting sporadically. I wasn't really posting that much, like a My Team video here, a vlog there, just some stuff, a lot of stuff with my roommate Ty. People love that. I miss Ty. Ty was supposed to come visit us guys and be in videos, but happened. So hopefully soon I get to go visit him or he can visit me. I'm not sure what will happen first. Probably me visiting him. I'm dying to go back east. I miss being on the East Coast. It's nice reminiscing about my time back east. So yeah, that semester I didn't upload that much. My channel didn't grow that much. It was kind of like a nice side thing I was doing, but at the time I was really more focused on just having fun, enjoying college for my last semester there, like having the best time I possibly could. Then winter break hit. Your boy was stressed. I was like, I need to get a job. So I spent basically that January, that February back on the East Coast. My mornings were going to Barnes & Nobles, applying for like a ton of jobs, and then going home and just sweating Halo 5. That actually was my life for like a month and a half. Kind of a sad time in my life. But February rolled around, I needed to pay rent for my apartment, and I was like, I need to start making money, and I enjoy doing YouTube, so why don't I just start uploading again? So that March, I began uploading again, and all of a sudden my channel just started exploding. I had like my craziest view month. Like I kept breaking my view record back to back to back. And then by like the end of March, end of March, beginning of April, I was like, bro, I don't need to do a job. I could just do YouTube full time, because it was, you know, the views were picking up enough where I could support myself. So I just committed to doing that full time. It was weird being a YouTuber living in like a college studio apartment with a roommate for so long, but like, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? So around that June, I signed a year-long lease for an apartment I couldn't really afford. So the rule of thumb, guys, up to 1/3 of your post-tax income is supposed to go to living. And that's only if you live in like a New York City or something crazy. Yeah, I definitely broke that rule because, you know, YouTube, you don't get taxed till the end of the year. So I was kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna keep growing. I'm gonna sign for this expensive apartment. Not a good idea, but, you know, for those of you who are longtime viewers, people who, you know, were a fan of me before I joined Too Hype, you know the apartment. I had a lot of great times there. But that's kind of like my channel's like almost like a low point because for like so long, so from basically like from like June to like the next like November, my channel just didn't grow. Like, yes, I gained in subs. I went from like probably 100K-ish to around 180K by the end of this era. But this era was really defined by like very stagnant view counts. My views every month didn't go up or down. And this was a time I was just doing pretty much straight NBA 2K, pack openings, my team. I didn't even do my career. I did a few rebuilds. This was me planting the seeds of the rebuild. But at the time, I kind of felt like there wasn't an audience for rebuilds, even though I had fun doing them, especially the My GM, the story mode, which 2K is ruined, but everyone knows 2K's kind of ruined everything about the games. You know, looking back, I wish I posted more rebuild content because those always did so well, but I was kind of like, do people really want to watch me do the rebuild mode? Because it was one of those things where I liked it, but I didn't think people were going to want to watch it. And obviously, you look today, you know, there was my channel, King of the Fourth Quarter. There's all these rebuild channels that are huge now, but at the time, it wasn't the same. It just, rebuilding really didn't have an audience like that. Everyone was always like, no one does rebuilds. I always felt like I was the one weird dude who liked rebuild mode and like no one else did. And then, you know, around like November, I was like, bro, I gotta move. I gotta go back to California. Like this East Coast, I like it back East. I love it back East. I love being by New York, but bro, like it's too cold to film a video outside. And then I can't go to the Rutgers gym to film videos because there's college students everywhere. And it was just like, it wasn't a good environment to kind of grow my channel, grow me as a person anymore. It like kind of got to me where I needed to be. While I was trying to figure out moving back west, Jesse was like, hey, do you want to go on this ski trip with me and the guys from 2Hype? And they had moved into their new house in Orange County, which was our old 2Hype house you guys all know and love. So I went on a trip with the guys, and that's really where I got to get to know the guys. I had met Zach. Zach actually helped me.
Yo, Zach. Yo. Do you want a BJ?
Hell yeah.
My senior year, Zach actually helped me like do a college project. Shout out to Zach for that. But I didn't really get to know him. So this was my opportunity to get to know Chris, know Zach, know the other guys in the group. I had a lot of fun on the ski trip, and that December, my channel just kind of like went crazy, like crazy view cap, like way more subs. I think like revenue was up a lot. So I was feeling like I can barely afford this apartment, but now I could do anything. After like a few weeks of trying to figure everything out, I signed a lease for I think 5 months because my friend Kyle, his roommate was leaving. So they had like 5 months left on their lease. Signed the paperwork. Jesse calls me like literally 2 hours later, like, bro, you can live in the 2Hype house. And I was like, dude, I don't know if I can afford it. Like, I can't pay for this apartment back east because you guys gotta remember I still had like 4 months left on it. And this Hermosa Beach, yeah, Hermosa Beach, guys. I lived like 4 blocks from the beach. It was freaking amazing. Jesse was like, hey bro, it's now or never. And I was like, all right, I gotta bet on myself. I gotta do this. I have to live in the 2Hype house. Because if I don't bet on myself, I'll probably regret it. You know, being in 2Hype is a huge opportunity. So I took it. So at the time I was paying for a lease at the 2Hype house, a lease in Hermosa Beach, and a lease back east in New Brunswick. The New Brunswick one, which is in New Jersey, was $2,050 a month, plus like a $25 fee they made you pay every time you did a bank transfer, which was hella whack because it's so much to pay for an apartment. I think my Hermosa pad was like $1,250, and I want to say that 2Hype house at the time was like only $1,000 for the room I took. So all in all, I was paying way too much in rent that I could afford. It was a big risk, but ultimately I bet on myself, believed in myself, it paid off. Moved into the 2Hype house, and this kind of really set a new era for my channel. So I moved into the 2Hype house, which was awesome for my channel. Obviously, I started growing my subs, started like soaring right away. I was at like 180K, I want to say, when I moved to the 2Hype house. Easily got over 200K right away. And this was when Fortnite was blowing up, so I started doing some Fortnite content alongside the NBA 2K content, which was a lot of fun. You know, Fortnite was actually a really easy way for me to collab with the other guys in the house, because that's back then we were all way more gaming focused. And that was kind of my channel for the next few months. You know, Fortnite, NBA 2K, and a little splash of like game show group videos and basketball group videos. You gotta remember, you know, if you're an older fan, we didn't really do as much group stuff back then. I don't know why. Like every time I look back, I'm like, why didn't we do more stuff as a group? Everyone was kind of like stressed out. We were all like kind of smaller, so you know, there's a lot more like stressors in our life at the time than there is now. So it was kind of harder for us to always like kind of collaborate and do that kind of stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed moving to the 2Hype house. It was a lot of fun. At the time, I remember my first weekend there, Chris and Jesse did an event with Adidas, and they got like James Harden was there, and I met Brian Scalabrine, and like I had never really met NBA players before. Like I met Scalabrine, who like, come on, Brian Scalabrine is a legend. He's the White Mamba. But literally James Harden, like I was like 10 feet from James Harden. I was like, oh my God. And it kind of like blew my mind, the opportunities like I felt like I was gonna get with the group and have gotten. And it's like, really just like that first year hanging out with all the guys was like so magical. I just felt like for whatever reason, like that year, there were so many like cool events we got to go to. Or at least I got to also go to, because I didn't go to All-Star this year. Hopefully I'll go next time. Really felt like welcome to the group. Here's all the cool stuff we're doing. Was hella dope. That June, I uploaded 29 out of the 30 days and I edited every single video. And the reason I didn't go 30 for 30 was because I spent 5 hours doing After Effects for this one shot. Catch me outside! So yeah, that house was nice. Still doing a lot of gaming. My channel was kind of growing, you know, I'm at like 200, 300-ish K, I want to say. Probably around like 300K-ish. At some point, this is where the timeline gets a little blurry when I look back. Jesse and Chris got like an office house, you know, for them to film content in. They had a room there, so eventually I moved in after my trip back to Singapore, and I've had the GM Jidel office. A lot of you guys probably remember this. This for me, as someone who's a very organized person, you guys gotta understand, I'm all about like schedule. Like, I like to be on time. I like to get things done efficiently, quickly, you know, because this is kind of the part where I've been doing YouTube for such a long time, like recording, editing, like 2K videos over and over and over again. So it did become a little monotonous doing all the 2K videos. That's when I was really in the groove though, because I would go to the office house, I would drive there at like 10 in the morning, I would record a video, I'd go get Chipotle, I'd record another video, and I'd go home and relax and have fun with the guys. This is when I started working with editors. I worked with Prince Prodigy here at this time. Shout out to Prince. We wouldn't be here without you, man. Love you. And so yeah, that's what I did for about 5 months, really focused on the rebuilds. My channel was really growing here. I feel like I was really making a name for myself in the 2K community as like the rebuild guy. And then we were getting ready to move from the old 2Hype house to the new one. And around this time I took the shoe surgeon class where I learned how to hand make some Air Jordan 1s. And it really sparked my interest in like shoes, because I was always like into sneakers. Like when I was younger, I was really into sneakers, and then when I went to college and I couldn't afford them anymore, like when I only wore boat shoes, I was a Sperry guy, you know. That was frat days. I was a frat boy. I wore my Sperry's, loved my boat shoes. But I really got back kind of into sneakers when I learned like the bespoke hand making way of, like, I didn't even paint shoes, bro. Like back then it was like I didn't paint, and then all of a sudden I was like sewing them together, making my own handmade ones. Super dope, super inspiring to me. So I was like, bro, I want to do content on like making shoes. Like I think this is so cool. But my channel was so 2K at the time, and like I felt like every time I stepped out of the 2K space, my views just plummeted. So I was kind of in a bad place as a creator, where I was like not doing the content I really wanted to do, because I was getting kind of over 2K at the time. So we moved to this house. I was still doing NBA 2K, doing all the same content I was doing at our old 2Hype house. This is around the time I started working with Garth, who does a lot of the editing for the videos nowadays. Shout out to Garth. We love you. And me and him worked together. We created a pretty awesome, I think honestly my favorite My Team series that I did. Even though my enjoyment for 2K was probably at its all-time low, the way I viewed the videos was at an all-time high. I thought those were the best like NBA 2K videos I put out, and I felt like the stuff we were doing with like the narrative crafting between episodes, and I think like Garth, the way he played with the face cam, I thought was really cool. And I thought my NBA 2K videos last summer were killer. Even though I didn't like the game as much, I thought the videos were really good. I was really happy with them, but it put me in a weird place because I loved my videos, but I didn't necessarily enjoy making them. So that was a really weird spot for me. NBA 2K20 comes out that September, and I hated it. I didn't like it. I don't like NBA 2K20. I just don't like it. I was not happy with it. So I was like, bro, I bet on myself before. It paid off multiple times, you know, going full-time as a YouTuber. I bet on myself, putting myself under a lot of financial stress. It paid off. Every time I bet on myself, it worked. So, you know, that September I said, all right, enough is enough. I'm not happy doing these videos, even if I like the quality of them. I'm gonna do the real life stuff, bro. I was doing the shoe painting challenges, the making my own shoe type videos, the hydro dipping challenges. I was doing more food videos that weren't just chopped. I really just expanded my channel. There's so much variety in the channel, and there is today too. That's kind of where the channel has gone content wise. It's just today is like a more evolved version of what I was doing about 5 months ago. But you know, let's get the timeline straight. December 2019. I don't really remember what happened in December 2019. I think I just uploaded January 2020. January, I'm in Munich with my friend Kieran. I'm like probably 8 days into a Europe trip at this point. I'm ready to get back home, and I'm like, bro, I haven't been uploading in January that much. Took this vacation. I was like, I'm ready to take like my channel to the next level, and I feel like I really did that. So that is when Jeff, everyone knows Jeff the Ref.
Oh man.
Everyone knows
What's
Jeff
good,
the
you
Ref.
guys?
He's been having to sit here through this whole thing. Poor Jeff. And so I brought Jeff onto the team that January, and I think we've gained like 300,000 subs since then. We really went from like 700K to 1 million. You know, we were doing a lot of cool stuff pre-pandemic. We were doing videos like this NFL Combine one, which I loved. I love doing it. I feel like everything that's going on in the world hasn't changed the channel too much. I want to do way more lifestyle stuff. I want to do a series where I go see custom shoemakers from around the country, like the Heyman, the Shoe Surgeon, Soul to Soul Creations, who's actually going to be working on a 1 million special shoe for me and the team Jidel. So I'm excited to show you guys that whenever it comes in. Shout out to Brandon, my homie. We took the shoe surgeon class together. You the man. Yeah, that's where we are now. That's how we got to 1 million subscribers. So I want to keep upping the production on the videos we're doing. The shoe painting series, I feel like we could take it to another level. So for me, what you guys can expect going forward is just upping the quality of all the videos I'm doing. That's how we got to 1 million subs. I know the journey was a little less story timey in that second half because it really was like, all right, I'm just grinding out the videos, but it was a turbulent journey to get here. It took 5-6 years to get here from the date of creation of the channel. It's been a long journey, but I'm happy we're here. And before we go, I can't do this video without a long list of shout outs. Off the top, biggest shout out has to go to my brother, has to go to Jesse. Without you, bro, I would have never be here. I'd never be sitting here. You're always willing to collaborate, always willing to help me make videos for my channel, definitely help me grow my channel. Just, I couldn't be here without you, so you have to be the biggest shout out. Also, the rest of the 2 Hype, of course, Chris, Zach, Mopey, Cash. You guys took me in with open arms. Appreciate it. My housemate Mitchell, always being in the videos, always a positive presence everywhere you go. Mitchell, you're literally like the most joyful person to be around. Shout out to you, man. Also, huge shout out to my man Tyrus, Ty. For all the OG viewers, you remember Ty, my roommate, my final year of college when I first graduated college. Ty was in like a video every week. I honestly, Ty, you carried the channel, bro. People didn't even come to watch me. They came to watch you, bro. I wouldn't be sitting here without you, Ty, bro. Shout out my girlfriend, Amy. Shout out Cookie. Honestly, just shout out to everyone who helped me get to this journey. My whole team, I already shouted you out, but Jeff, Garth, someone you guys will never probably see in person. Hopefully you're watching this, but Matthew and my whole team that helps me with analytics, Jihad, Laney, everyone on that team, thank you so much. Helps me kind of shape the content to what you guys really want. Shout out to my parents for, you know, letting me do this. I mean, I kind of just did it, but y'all being okay with me taking on such a weird job, you know, it's not every parent is cool with stuff like that, being open about it. And any other creator who collaborated with me, you know, Kid Kuda, you collaborated with me when I was a way smaller channel than you, and I always remember that. I appreciate that. Kai's coming on, helping me, you know, do a shoe painting video with me. That was a special moment to me. Anyone who collaborated with me. My old YouTube network rec, Travis, bro, if you're watching, when you brought me onto Playmakers, I was like one of the first people on this YouTube network. I got to go on the NBA's Pride float with Adam Silver, which is pretty cool. A lot of people have helped me along the way. You can't get here by yourself. No one will ever get to this number by themselves, at least in my eyes. So I'm excited to see it continue, guys. And I don't know how to outro this. I hope you all have a great day. Peace.
Love it, man. That's inspirational.
Yeah.